Welcome to Kentucky Tonight. Good evening, I'm Bill Goodman. Tonight we'll discuss expanded gambling. Our guests are Kentucky Senate Majority Caucus Chair Dan Seum of R-Fairdale, State Representative Tim Moore of Elizabethtown, Ed Glasscock, co-chair of Kentucky Wins, and Kent Ostrander, Executive Director of the Family Foundation of Kentucky. We invite your questions and comments tonight. Join the conversation on Twitter. Follow me at Bill, KET. Send an email to kytonight@ket.org. Use the web form at ket.org/kytonight. Click on Contact Us, or you may call us at 1-800-494-7605. As with callers, we ask that you include your first and last name, town or county on tweets, emails, and web form messages. Gentlemen, thanks very much for being here. As all of you know, a group of business and community leaders from around Kentucky have started a campaign focused on allowing a vote on a constitutional amendment approving expanded gambling in the state of Kentucky. There are three principal leaders behind the movement, and one of them is with us tonight, Mr. Ed Glasscock. Thank you. Mr. Glasscock, let me turn to you first and ask you why the effort to expand gambling and why the effort now?
Well, we think it's a critical time now with the needs in Kentucky for funding of many major projects. So the business leaders have formed a 501c4 organization. It's called Kentucky Wins. It's KentuckyWins.com on the website to expand gaming in Kentucky. We have 20,000 friends already on Facebook. We've got a lot of excitement going. We have 6 co-chairs of Kentucky Wins. I'm a co-chair along with Jonathan Blue. He's a community leader, outstanding businessman in Louisville, Kentucky. We have Terry McBrayer. We have Joe Kraft, and we have Kelly Knight from Lexington, community leaders, outstanding business leaders. In addition to that, we have Robert Evans, the chairman and CEO of Churchill Downs. We're losing $500 million each year to adjoining states. It's unfortunate. We're building the infrastructure for Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, West Virginia. $500 million flows out of Kentucky each year. We want to return that money to Kentucky. There are so many needs in Kentucky. K through 12 education is one critical need that we have. It was highlighted in the Courier Journal the other day that we're back to the 2008-2009 funding levels for K through 12 education. In higher education, we've had a 1.25% increase in higher education funding over the past 10 years. It's a critical need that we have in higher education. We have the underfunding of pensions. We know that. The General Assembly did a great job last time, along with the leadership of the governor, taking the first step. But they just got the first base. They've got to go to second base, third base, and home. They need hundreds of millions of dollars to fund those pensions so that people will receive those pensions after working their entire careers. We've got problems now with the severance tax dollars. Coal is under attack from natural gas, low prices, and they have the war on coal at the EPA. So we're going to have to do something for the coal counties because their severance taxes are going to be decreasing.
So you see it first and foremost as a revenue.
It's a revenue. It's badly needed, Bill, in this state. It's a critical need. The time is right. We've been trying for 20 years. We've decided that to put together a coalition of business leaders. We have 50 directors throughout the state of Kentucky. We've been successful with this approach in Louisville, Kentucky on many occasions. As Senator Seum mentioned earlier, he was involved with the arena. We had a business coalition for that. Jim Host led that business coalition. We've done the same thing with merger, city-county government, back a few years ago. We put together a business coalition. We were successful in passing a constitutional amendment. We've recently had a coalition to build the bridges in southern Indiana and in Jefferson County. We've got a multi-billion-dollar project moving forward because a business coalition stood up and worked with elected officials to accomplish that goal. It's critical. At this time, to have expanded gaming, we're in dire needs of revenue for all the causes I mentioned and many others.
Senator Seum, you are a proponent of Kentucky Wins and of expanded gambling in Kentucky. Tell me why.
Well, first of all, Bill, thank you for having me. You know, it's time the people of Kentucky had a chance to vote this issue. We put it off and off, and we know about 83%. There was a Courier Journal poll taken a while back at 83% of the people want to vote on this issue. But it's a bigger issue than that. I'm referring to this bill that I'm going to file, which would be the constitutional amendment, as a jobs bill. Not only do we get the new revenue, but we're going to create possibly 10,900 new jobs in the state of Kentucky. That would create a lot of revenue for the local entities and occupational taxes. It would nullify the need for any new taxes in the state of Kentucky. It would generate something like $600 million per session for our budget. You know, we got a budget session coming up. We're looking at a possibility of $600 million there that we would are sorely in need of in the state of Kentucky. It also, the third good reason we're doing it, they get a chance to vote out there. And the fourth reason, quite frankly, you know, the coal industry, which is one of our signature industries, is in trouble. Well, we have another signature industry. It's called the Thoroughbred Churchill Downs connection. And you know, Churchill Downs and those thoroughbreds and Keeneland sales put us on the worldwide map every year. And we want to make sure our signature industry survives. That's why I'm inclined to file this bill and hope we're successful.